All right. Wonderful. Now the audio works again. That is good if one wants to stream, actually. Welcome back to another round of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. And today, seeing as last time we have finished the exploration age with Gilgamesh, it is time to finish this epic quest and enter and hopefully also finish and win the modern age as Gilgamesh of Meiji, Japan. As a little recap, as Gilgamesh, we gain 2 war support when in only 1 alliance. I can absolutely see this will not help me whatsoever, because we will be everyone's least best of friends, I believe. Because the plan is to be quite aggressive the second we have an ideology. Granted, if it's going to be the second we have an ideology, we'll see about that. Once I have an ideology and I feel comfortable that my units can take on an enemy, then we will be on our way. We also gain, when we defeat military units, influence equal to 50% of the defeated unit's combat strength. And all basic endeavors are automatically unlocked. Endeavors with allies don't count against the limit of having one endeavor of a given type anytime, and allies can support our endeavors for free. We won't have very many allies, most likely. Probably. We are also playing as Meiji Japan. That gain the ability when we overbuild a building, we gain science equal to 50% of the building's production cost. That will hopefully boost our early game science a little bit. And we also have extra production towards constructing the Dogo Onsen. We could also make the Zaibatsu, which gives a goal in production on buildings in adjacent districts, and a resource capacity in the settlement. We got a unique gold building that gets gold adjacency for gold buildings and wonders, and a unique production building that gives production adjacency for coastal terrain and wonders. So we kind of want to build that one coastally if we can. We also gain the Mikasa, which is a unique heavy naval unit. The first time it is destroyed, it respawns in the closest settlement you own at 50% HP, which is quite lovely. I mean, we do have with the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, we do have a wonder that gives a similar effect to cavalry units, and I still have the slight hope that we might at some point get a wonder that gives the ability to naval units. That would be quite awesome. And we also can get the Zero, unique fighter air unit with increased range for combat strength against other fighter air units, and can intercept enemy air units. Granted, I don't know how much we'll play with that. I tend to use bombers, or heavy bombers, I guess, not ground bombers or whatever they're called, when playing like with aircraft. Although ground bombers also quite nice when attacking units, so maybe we'll do a mix, but I rarely use fighters is what I want to say with that. We could also get, when you train an aircraft or naval unit, we gain science equal to 25% of its production cost. That's probably something we want to get quite early. We could also get a production and science from specialists. We'll see how much that'll actually give us. Modern military buildings gain production adjacency from coast, which would be sweet to have, depending on how much coast we have. And 6 combat strength for aircraft attacking an enemy naval unit adjacent to a friendly naval unit. We'll see about that as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we were playing on Pangaea, for Pangaea and Islands. So I actually have no idea how much naval stuff we'll actually do. But we'll see. If I have a slot free, why not? And as always, I haven't changed the mementos. We're still with 0 mementos because it's still checking out the new stuff. So let's begin the game. And we started with upgrading our army commanders. You are a pretty I wanted to go towards either onslaught or barrage. 5 combat strength for all units attacking when using the focus fire, or the coordinated. We'll go with the coordinated. Yes, we'll go with the coordinated attack. Oh right, I was attacking Catherine. Catherine's still potentially a goal. We could get ourselves an aircraft carrier. We just need to get melee troops up north, but that's something Hippo can do. And we could also turn Hippo into a city and get an airfield here, and then use the airfield to kind of raid all the cities from Blackbeard. I'm not too opposed to that idea. We'll see. And you can make your way down there. You are basically just defending. I can also see a somewhat similar idea here to turn, for example, Yomhai into a city-state, not into a city-state, into a city, and get some attacks on Simon, for example. Although, I mean, that is pristine land right here. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see if we can change our capital and if it's to a city that actually works. I don't even know if we got the Golden Age. Yes, we did get the Golden Age. So we could turn Parsa or Nineveh into a city. Nineveh was a capital from the beginning, I believe. Parsa. No, I think then I would like to keep my current capital. I don't think I need any of that. 3. So let's take a look. I would definitely like all of my cities from the previous age remain cities. We'll definitely also take deep roots because that's a little bit of extra culture, and we'll take 3 science per turn on each quarter. In terms of military, could go 3 war support in all wars declared against you. That could actually be quite helpful because I am planning to go down the hostile route and take the fascism ideology, and that tends to attract war declarations. So that would be something to be considered. On the other hand, do we care about militaristic or expansionist attributes? Expansionist, we're nowhere near that settlement limit. We probably won't get that one. Militaristic, though. If we could go, for example, for the gold maintenance, that would help quite well. Or like just the military production cost would also be good. Or the combat strength. I can see people taking over city-states. By the way, let's just real quick slot in our oh, do we have another town? Our resources. We have more towns. Let's... Okay, now our towns are slotted. Ah, right, we should probably wait until we confirm. No, but I do think 3 war support and all wars declared against you, we might see that. So I am interested. And we can still go like double militaristic and then either cultural or diplomatic. What would we care about that? Culture or Diplo? Diplo would be great, actually. Yeah, I think I would like the diplomatic attribute point, because that opens up the 50% influence towards initiating and progressing the different independent action. Go for the resource capacity, I guess. Training towards military and maintenance cost for a little bit of extra gold, and a little bit of extra science is always quite nice. Then I would like to slot in... What do? You give 6 production in a city with a rail station. Let's just give the... Actually, you know what? Hang on. I would like to turn Hippo into a city, and that does mean... Oh, Ba'ak is a very big town. That does mean you would probably like to have some extra production. And then maybe Tanjavur as well. And yeah, I think that's okay for now. We could get the crabs down to the town resources to free up Nineveh a bit. But yeah, so we would like to go towards political theory as quickly as possible. Let's take a look at the Meiji civics. We'd get our unique building, production towards constructing military and production buildings. That would be awesome. And when you train an aircraft or naval unit, that would... So that is probably the the one thing we want as quickly as possible as well. I might go there first. A second in production towards constructing science building, which is also quite nice, and production and science from specialist, which is, I guess, okay. Production is training naval and aircraft units, that would be great to have. And can you see that? You cannot see that, unfortunately. So let me real quick get out of the way. Combat strength for units adjacent to coast. I don't know if we'll use that much. And the combat strength for aircraft attacking. So towards Supreme War Council is probably the civic we want to go. Question is, do we want to first unlock political theory? I don't... you take 2,200 and you need 3-3. That's 4 turns. That's maybe like around, I don't know, 6 turns. So we'll go towards Supreme War Council first. I think we can wait that one out. I would like to get as much tiles with culture as possible. And I guess science is also quite nice. You can start with the grocer is ageless. Do we have any ageless buildings that we can overbuild? Not quite. I guess that's a good place for a grocer right here. Do we have militaristic city-states? Those would probably be... We do, hang on, but first I do want to check if I can get a little bit of extra gold, get a little bit of more gold, and culture. Sure. 340. I would like to have more militaristic city-states. If possible. There's another one. And I think we can do one more if there is one more. None here. Also none here. We're closing in. Yep. So is there someone in the middle? If not, that's okay. Then we will take you, and then the second we can, we'll also take Geneva, just so that when the inevitable war starts, this city-state doesn't immediately go for Hippo. I would like to start with the Oxford University, just to get the extra science, and I think then we would like to go towards the aircraft carriers. They might be quite helpful. You can stone cutter, that's a brickyard which works, and the sawmill can go right here. And do we have a grocer option as well? Yes, we do. You can get a sawmill, question mark? Probably not. I mean, I guess you could get a sawmill right here. And maybe a gristmill is not possible, but we could get a gristmill here. The grocer can get up there though. That seems reasonable. Can get a grocer as well. Overbuildable, overbuildable. It's both overbuildable. That works. Nope. Yeah, I guess that is okay. I think seeing as you're the new one, we'll probably give you a little bit of boost here. And now we just need to quickly... you can stay where you are. Because I wanted to use you to get Zimbabwe quickly. Once the war has started. But that's also part of a reason why I'm not going for an ideology just yet, because when I take fascism, they will probably start declaring on me pretty soon. What did I want it to do? You're just scouting around, I guess. And you can stay where you are, you will stay as well. And I would like to get as much preparation time as possible to have a good standing army, effectively. We'd also probably want those defenses up and running. We could... Are you at war with anyone? Friendly, hostile, allied, helpful. We could... No, okay, we cannot ally. That's a shame. I would like the 20% gold. I would like the 20% culture. The question is, I get... Where is it? Is it here? When you train an aircraft or naval unit... Does that mean, or does that also mean when I buy it? Because I do think I will probably buy most of my units, so I don't know if I need... I mean, I guess 3 combat strength fall units for 10 turns is also quite nice, and since we are going... What are we looking at science and culture-wise? We are pretty on the top. Yeah, I think we can go authoritarianism. We need 4 something, I think it was. No. 340. What's the highest production city? Nineveh? Yeah, Nineveh is quite a high production city. We do want to get the Oxford University rather quickly. Now, like I said, going towards aircraft carriers. Those will be helpful in the north. I am... I mean, we could... What are we looking here? You're pretty much filled. We could leave like a cannon. We could... Actually, we could probably leave both cannons. And then take you to the north. Is that smart? I mean, I probably won't have upgraded units. Do I want a city up there? I mean, I could get a quick city like right there just to upgrade my... I think that is something I would like to do. Just a quick settlement up to the north so that I can upgrade my cities. Right now it doesn't do much. So I guess just in case somebody wants to declare already that we can defend a little bit better. What's the... Hang on. Would I care for... Maybe flight first. Maybe flight is the better move first, so that we can build up our aerodromes, get our bombers up and running, and... Like I said, Hippo. Hippo will probably be one of the central war hubs. The tide changes. A politician boards their first ever train, marveling at this new technology from abroad. As they lean out the window to wave farewell to their spouse, the implications of this rapid innovation are front of mind. There's no choice but to embrace the progress. Expansion will likely have hidden consequences. We'll take the science. We'd like to go through that science tree as quickly as possible.
The man I used...
Okay, we could start with you now. For a little bit of extra production. The question is, you get production for coastal marine terrain and wonder, and you get gold constructibles. That's 10 1, and that is 9-2. Yeah, I think that is a good place. So we will start now. And we should... We already have 50% production just constructing military production buildings, so that is already with 50% production, which is a little bit insane. We might... Right, that is retinue. We might want... Hang on, we can send you... Wait a second. We will fill you up and send you to the front line. And we can send you up there, just so that I have some army commanders where I would expect a war. I would also like to have Kumasi on my side. And then maybe scientific city-states. Potentially, we could start with you. What's a good place to build you? 9-3, 9-3, 9-3, 9. That's a 10-2. That's a 12-3. Also 9-3-1. I can't get those, unfortunately. Not quickly though. So I think we will get you down here. That's also temperate. Yes. That seems reasonable. We could also. That's 10-1 or 10-1 as well. Also, that's an 11-1. Both overbuildable. That's 14-1. I mean, yeah, that seems reasonable. Let's give you that extra production. But we do want to save up some money as well, is the thing. Hey Copter, what is that mod tech pack? I think that they're just called map tags. I don't know the full, like the exact name, but you should probably find that when you search for map tags in the Steam Workshop. I can highly recommend that mod. That is, and it is probably, granted, I only have Civ 6 as a comparison, so that might not say much. But compared to Civ 6, this is the far better version of the map tags mod. Like that, it is insane how good that works, and I love it a lot. And I cannot think playing the game without it anymore. Yeah, map tags. Probably like a name or something. Something's map tags maybe. Hang on, I can look in Steam. Let me take a look at my workshop. Detailed map tags. Okay, it's just called detailed map tags. Alright, some line infantry here, and a migrant thing. No problem, happy to help. Samurai out of work. A disheveled samurai strokes the mane of his Kisuma, coaxing out a sympathetic neigh. What use is his blade with no monarchy to serve, nor family to protect? Perhaps it is time for a different oath. I will take the
knowledge will be sought.
The culture. I will send you up to the north as well, though. Question is, where is the other one that we got? That's the migrant. There! Okay, that is... that works. That's okay for me. Do we have science city-states? Down south, I think, was one. I stand corrected. I wish there was a, like, if we take a look at that, I wish they would say what kind of city-state that is. But I haven't seen one. So let's go for culture then. That's also okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I see the settler. Well, I'll go to here, because if that settler moves to there, I will settle. it moved to there. Yeah, I'll settle. It is not on fresh water, but I absolutely saw them wanting to settle there. And I do not want them to settle here. As a matter of fact. When you train, yes, when you train aircraft or naval unit, that works. I don't have a... Let's get a field cannon, so just that Nagoya has a little bit of... can also let's get a protection. Let's get that one done so that you can also get yourself the ship upgrades and stuff. Overbuildable, those are both ageless. We could 11 gold and also 11 production. That is absolutely fine. You're going to build the unique quarter. We are good so far. Actually, Nineveh has more culture. So it is probably 6 culture in the capital. No, it's 6 culture in the capital. So 3 culture in any other city. So it is actually good to have it here. Now she'll hate that, but that is okay.
I wonder anybody does anything at Oxford but dream and remember.
There's Oxford. And we got steam engine 2 and electricity.
Not that the power is...
Okay. We could also start with that one. I think I would probably like that even more than the grocer. And we have started with Tongi. We did. So Egozashima next. It's... In hindsight, getting Inuit Nunangat would probably be the better move because that one's close up. But... a couple of turns, hopefully, maybe, potentially. We got a wildcard point. Do we care about... We could get units gain 2 healing, which would be great. I would also like to have the combat strength against independent powers. But as of right now, that might not be the big problem, maybe. And that healing would be great. But I think no, we'll take the combat strength just in case some independent power is actually going to attack. That we can fend it off. Ooh, we should probably... Can we upgrade? No, we cannot yet upgrade. Unfortunate. Where are you going? Ah, you're going up there. What are we looking at? Pahasapa is 2 turns away. Wonderful. Now Franklin also likes me. Franklin has stopped liking me, I guess, which is okay. There's another mic. We did also start with, yeah, Bucharest is also going. Scientific attribute point, which can... You know what? Yeah, production towards constructing buildings. Could have gone for a little bit more science, but if I could get my special buildings up quicker, I wouldn't say no to that. Does that... No, we are still quite a while away from flight, actually. Maybe we should have gone for the science. Ooh, yes, we can absolutely ally. I almost hope to see that what kind of... I almost kind of want to wait to see what kind of ideology he takes, because that could actually change whether I take fascism or not. Because I would very much like to keep that. Then again, if I take fascism, I would probably lose my alliance with him. But the enemies are much more likely to declare against me, which would give me +3 war support. I would just lose +2, so I would still get away with +1 war support. So maybe I will still go for fascism. I mean, in an ideal world, he would probably... not in an ideal world, no, in an ideal world, he would also go for fascism, but he probably will go for communism. I do see a tendency that the AI likes to go for communism. But I guess we'll see. Ooh, excellent. Oh, imagine I would have settled like a little bit closer to there. Ooh, the amount of kinnin we could have gotten. Thank goodness I'm not planning for a what's it called again? Not cultural, not militaristic, economic victory. I will take the settlement limit, because we are actually lacking settlement limits quite a lot. I will also take the settlement limit, maybe? Yeah. There should still be 2 more? I mean, there's Sapa. Was there another militaristic city-state? There might not have been. Yeah, Lisbon's already been taken. Ooh, there might not be another militaristic city-state. So we could go ideological warfare. Commanders earn double experience, which would be great. Combat strength for ranged and siege units for every minute. That does not much. Infantry and naval units. Yeah, I think I'll take the double experience. The war support would have also been great, but I think the double experience is worth more. We could now also go real quick Kantai Kessen to also further delay the ideology change, and maybe why are we out? Why are we out of? Weren't we in an alliance? Didn't you just ask me to get an alliance like a turn ago? And that really stopped because I won the race to a city-state. They can get out of the alliance so quickly? Huh. Interesting. Well, I guess then it doesn't really matter. Then we can go political theory now. I had hoped that the alliance would hold longer. We wanted to get the Ginkgo. Yeah, we wanted to get it down. But I guess not. Ooh, Fortinbore is also a city-state. Doesn't matter. Inuit Nunan got first. Culture, you can give me the social policy slot. For now, production towards constructing buildings at wonders with a great work slot. Sure, I might build some of them, maybe. Can't yet upgrade. Question is, where would I hang on?
India.
Does that tool also show, where is it? Aerodrome. Quiet detained air units. Packed air units have 1 intercept range. Occupies a full tile and cannot be paired with another building. Hang on, I wanted to get that one. What's the range on my air units though? Bomber, air unit, high bombers, and what do we have here? Air units are always packed in a commander and can attack any visible unit or district they in their movement range. And your movement range is what? What's your movement range? District commander? No, that does not work at all. Because the reason being is I could, of course, build my aerodrome, for example, right here. And that should give me access to all of these cities. But will it give me access to these cities? And that I don't know. Then again, if I can take Yashodapura, I can turn that into a city and then get an aerodrome and deal with it that way. So I think that is still the move. Alternatively, we could place the aerodrome here. That gives a little bit more yield. I don't know if that is important. It might get this city out of range, though. But I think that should be okay. I mean, realistically, we could, at the very least, attack Nassau, London, and Carthage, and then maybe peace out for Hadrumetum. I think, yeah, I think I'll risk it and place the aerodrome here. I might need to get buildings there. That's something that we might need to keep in mind. So we'll keep an eye out for that. That's a 10 all around. Also 10 here. Yeah, that is okay. Where is the city defenses, though? Do we... No. What do we have here? Department store, opera house, ironworks, port, defensive fortifications. So we already have those. We might want to get those up eventually. I'll wait. I want to save my money. Can we? Ally. Our relationship is no. Why is it not good enough, though? We're helpful with one another. I don't get that. You obviously always go up towards helpful, and then always reject my alliance. I don't get it. Can I get that from her? Yeah, probably more. I can more likely get that one. 200. We'll see. What else? A little bit of extra food on food buildings seems reasonable. Make the cities grow a little quicker. That is on our way. I died 200. Keep that in mind. I will take the common strength for now because we're not building. Ooh, yes, land heritage, a little bit. Ooh, and living standards. Yeah, let's get living standards as well. For a little bit of extra gold and happiness. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. I'll try to get that city state. If not, then I guess it's not the end of the world. 7 more turns until we can get our aerodromes up, and then get our bombers, and maybe 1 ground bomber for the time being, and then when we got the upgrade, a 2nd ground bomber and a 4th normal bomber. Seems reasonable. 200, and suddenly we're 8 turns away. I shall take the social policy slot. So we can slot in, actually, overbuilding, because that gives me science? New chain. Wasn't there a skill that gives me... Yeah, when you overbuild a building, you gain science equal to 50%. Yes. So we will take civil engineering for extra overbuilding power. That hopefully gives me a little bit more science a little quicker. How many settlement? There are not many settlement limits in the tree. We need 20 points. 1 point if you have an ideology, 2 points with before I have an ideology, 2 points with an ideology, or 3 points against an opponent with a different ideology. So we might actually want to wait. Like, we need 20 points. I can only get 3 cities for now. And with the civic tree, we could get 3 more, so that would be 6. And that's all the ones we can get. So maybe we want to get towards political theory, but not immediately go for an ideology to maximize our generation of points. I am sitting on more cities than I would have expected. It's kind of unexpected a little bit. The pen moves forward. As Meiji industry strengthens, so do the arts. Poets and authors lean into the natural world and its connection to the deep past, seeking solace in nature beyond the city. But what of the din of the Zaibatsu? What of style rooted firmly in realism and observation? I'll take the science that gives us flight now. Now I assume we won't be able to get the aerodrome to there. So let's get some ironworks and a military academy, and now we can get the aerodrome. And I would like a bomber. The question is, what's the aerial? No, that's a order. Yeah, note to movement units. Hang on. Tank combat strength for this aerodrome when defending, and +2 unit slots. I think I would like the +2 unit slots first, and then we'll go down the raid tree. Combat strength for packed ground attackers and bombers when attacking land units. Combat strength when using carpet bomb. I probably won't use the carpet bombing that much. Con strength when using the ground attack on the commander, and packed bombers gain the splash ability. That is nice though. Or 25% gold towards upgrading air units packed on this aerodrome, and they heal 10 HP when upgraded. Unlock the aerial reconnaissance commander ability, grants sight on an area, reveals enemy commanders receiving reinforcements through the area, and reveals any enemy stealth units, and 3 combat strength for packed air units when attacking an enemy unit that is adjacent to a friendly military unit. So I think, yeah, we do want to go down the raids now next, mainly for the splash ability on my packed bombers. Blue Blood. The exclusive Saibatsu quarter is constantly abuzz with traders rushing about, making deals and securing stocks. Many wonder what it must be like to belong to one of the wealthy families of the in crowd. The work is harder than it looks, or the luxuries unimaginable. I'll take the production. I would also probably like... Can we not? I guess we can't get defensive stations, but we should get upgrades in now. It's probably something we should get. Alright, line infantry not really, but we have tanks now. And a lot of, yeah, land ships rather, not tanks. We can get you upgrades as well. You will probably mostly defend these two, I assume. You can also not gain any upgrades just yet. What are we looking at? 6 and 8. As of right now, we are winning that. What do you do again? 4 happiness and 4 production. Sure, you can go to Hippo. Where did our silk go? Did something get destroyed? Zashima's 2 turns away. 2 of our silk plantations might have been plundered. Because I'm pretty sure we had 4 silk. Okay, now let's go towards mobilization and then aerodynamics. Or maybe we want just want to go for... No, I do want an aircraft carrier. I think that is quite important to get. That also makes the decision to place that aerodrome right there okay. Because if we get an aircraft carrier, we don't need this aerodrome to be able to hit those. On the other hand, we could technically... real quick take a look about the range on those things. Maybe? What is in range? We can't, unfortunately. We probably need to be at war. That's okay. That is okay. Ooh, we could upgrade... Oh, yes, we could and we probably should upgrade you. Let's get another bomber. So we're looking at 4 normal bombers and 2 ground bombers. And then this aerodrome's probably filled, I would say. And good to go. You can stay where you are. You're just like a little protection retinue, and maybe this might also be enough. We might get another land ship in Wakab now. Sure. Actually, we have a land ship. I just haven't moved it yet. Let's get the free civic.
Died from the mineral.
You can give a repair. Yeah, that is 1 plantation, which... Although, are you the damaged one? I actually don't know. We'll see. Another quick bomber. And then maybe a ground bomber. Now, the unfortunate thing is Blackbeard actually seems to like me. Probably because of my naval units, which is a little bit of a shame. That does mean I need to denounce this guy. I mean, or my fascism. Realistically speaking, that might. Let's get... How many? We have 3 bombers. Let's get... Is the trench fighter ground area? Yeah, the trench fighter is the one. Let's get the last bomber. And then 2 trench fighters, and then we are good for now. And if we can power through to the heavy bombers and the ground bombers, it's even better. But then we also, for now, need to save our money once we have those 2 trench fighters.
The one.
So that once we have a... Why is my eye itching? So once we have like a... God forbid knowing words. A aircraft carrier. Then we can fill that one up with bombers and trench fighters as well. All right, we could now go towards an ideology. I will finish Kantai Kesson first. I actually haven't watched if purchasing units would work there as well. Do we care about any specific... I mean, the Red Fort would be nice to have. Not enough gold in treasury. Culture, happiness on 3 culture and happiness on quarters in the city, or 5 culture. Yeah, we could. Let's get those wonders up and running, I guess. Or try to, at the very least. What do we care? Modern military buildings gain at some point maybe a little bit of extra science for food is okay, I would say. We do still need to wait a couple, 1 or 2 more turns until we get our last trench fighter. I would like them to now start getting ideology so that I can see what I can get, what I can take, to kind of maximize my point generation. That would be quite good. You can build a fortification here for now, I guess. But I guess we'll see that when the time comes. Let's get culture on warehouse buildings and culture on culture buildings. I don't plan on displaying artifacts much, so culture buildings might be more reasonable. We could get the Ubudia Mosque. Would we care about that? We could start with the Transoceanic. That's not what we want to do. But I mean, sure. Then again, you can also get defensive fortifications. So, and one last trench fighter. You need to be defended. Because the big problem with Hippo is we can attack all the surrounding cities easily with our aerodrome commander. But the requirement for this is that we are, in fact, surrounded by cities. So, if we start a war with Blackbeard, he could come from literally 4 sides. And if Catherine joins in the fight, yeah, Hippo stands at a dangerous place. So, as much as I would like to get that wonder, I think it's more reasonable to get the defensive fortifications up for as long as we can still get them up disturbed. If that makes any sense. Ooh, yeah, we do want to repair a plantation. There it is. There's my 4th. I knew I had 4. Isabella has joined communism. Can you stop attacking my stuff? There's something else damaged. My fishing key is damaged. That is not this fishing key. It is your fishing key that has been damaged. I really don't care about Isabella taking communism. I would like to know about Blackbeard, about Catherine, and about Simon Bolivar. Those are the ones I'm interested in. Although Isabella will probably declare on me as well. Which, I mean, I guess she has the Sanchi Stupa and Nalanda and Angkor Wat and the Emil Bell, so I guess Waset's not the worst. Also, it's next to a wonder. I'm a little far away, unfortunately. I don't think if I place like an aerodrome right here that I could attack Waset. Which means I would need to get an army commander with units and then go for Waset and hope that this works out. So it's a little bit of a pain to take her on. I really want... I'll wait on my ideology for now. I don't know if that is the move or if I should probably already go for one, but I think I will at the very least get those 3 settlement limits so that I have the maximum amount of those. To get Hippo a chance to get defensive fortifications up, to get the tech, to give the tech a chance to get the upgrades that I need up, and to give the AI a chance to get their ideology sorted. Ooh, then Passar, another cultural city-state. Can we get that one, please? Don't mind if I do. Let's quickly get an aircraft carrier and these upgrades. And you can get an upgrade as well. Combat strength for this commander when defending. Packed air units can be upgraded as if in friendly territory and heal 10. Unlock the aerial renaissance commander, yeah sure. Combat strength for packed when air units when attacking an enemy unit, that's okay. 2 unit slots, 1 movement, that is great. 5 combat strength for packed ground air units and bombers against naval units, don't care about that. All units with 3 tiles are revealed. 5 combat strength for packed air units against stealth units, that seems a little bit more interesting. 10 healing for this commander and enemy in neutral territory. So I'm already thinking like flight deck might be the way to go. And then maybe like raids or something like that. But yeah, flight deck is absolutely the thing we want to have. We still can't upgrade our field cannon, that is still not doable. We can't upgrade our line infantry, that is also still not doable. We can upgrade our Mikasas to tier 3 Mikasas, so there's that. Should have probably gone with those first, because they are the ones that are actually important to me. I know that seems harsh, but that's the way it is. But that does mean... I mean, we could go for industrialization real quick, and we need to, because now we want to go towards aerodynamics, so there's that. Okay, the Red Fort is being built, but we have started it way earlier, so we should hopefully get that one. Maybe. Potentially. Hang on, is there another city-state? Because wasn't there 1 or 2 city-states that just... left. I think it was just 1. It's unfortunate. You can stay, you can stay, you can stay. You are actually... I probably need you to... Oh, or does that not work the way I wanted it to work? I see! I need you to... so we need you to actually get those. That does mean I want you to produce. So, how long do you take? 3 turns, so let's start with the trench fighters. Oh, trench fighter, bomber, trench fighter, and then bomber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. And then we can help you with the upgrade. That does, however, mean you would probably want another Mikasa, maybe a naval commander, though, is something you probably want more, just to get a little bit of a level up there while those units
The world
attack.
is the place we prove real by dying in it.
I'm so interested in seeing how far away the AI is with the other, because like
Just as
I believe
the rain breaks through an ill-thatched house, so passion penetrates an undeveloped mind.
I believe like in the last game that I've played in the modern age, it was around that time where a cultural victory was imminent. And I can actually take a look. What are we looking at? Okay, as of right now, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Which is okay. We can send you to here. What's the price of a fleet? Yeah, we want a fleet commander. We would like the upgrades, though. Please. That will probably cost a fair bit of money. We can upgrade you. We can upgrade you. Actually, I think there was a... No, there was no land ship in there. We can upgrade you now. And now we don't have money anymore. So it'll take a while before we can get the last Mikasa, but that is hopefully okay, I guess. You finish the Red Fort. I mean, I guess you can get the mosque. Sure. You get Wonder adjacency anyway. Grobal Man. As the bog waters drain, something twisted and black tumbles out. A body. Its hair, clothes, skin, fingernails have all turned the color of the bog. An archaeological treasure or a victim of murder? Sure, it's an archaeological treasure. I trust you on that. I need you to actually get that one repaired, don't I? Still have a couple
Every
of upgrades to
passion
do.
borders on the chaotic, but the collector's passion borders on the chaos of memories.
Actually, I'm just thinking about it. Did I build Rakia Hold? Didn't I build Rakia Hold? I might have not built Rakia. Then again... No, I have built Rakia Hold. But that probably then only counts in the city of every great work in this city. I, unfortunately though, cannot give you a great work here, so that probably only counts for Exploration Age great works, which I guess makes sense, because if you can take great work slots from previous ages into that's a lot of gold, into the next age, that would pretty quickly result in crazy great work slot capacities. So I guess it makes sense that you can't. Ooh, what's that? Observatory. Pretty. Alright, let's get the last Mikasa. So now we have 4 Mikasas and a filled aircraft carrier, plus an almost filled army commander and a field gun for protection. I am pretty happy with that. That works out quite well. While you will continue building those troops up. We could have gone for... I missed that. We could have gone for the military production there, which probably would have been the smarter move. Unfortunate that I clicked away too soon, too quick. I think I'll send you towards the army commander as well. That should potentially be enough to take Zimbabwe when the time comes. But they need to get some flippin' ideologies now. Please. Sure. Let's do that. They're pretty tame now, given that they have declared quite a lot of wars on me in the past couple of ages. Currently, they really don't care much. Alright, Catherine has joined fascism. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. If Blackbeard now also joins fascism, then I might need to join democracy. Which was not the way I actually expected this to go. Like, at all. That is... Why? Couldn't you have gone for, I don't know, communism? Or something like that? Made that a hell of a lot easier. Could put the Doko Onsen. Sure. Why not? You can stay where you are. At the very least, I hope that Blackbeard's not a leader that tends to go for democracy. So if Blackbeard takes communism and not fascism, I could still easily go for democracy and have it that way. I had hoped that well, if I take fascism, they would declare on me and I would get 3 extra combat strength. But maybe choosing an opposing... what's it called? An opposing ideology will help there.
Remember and remember, merchant child. Your desires are the enemies of war.
We'll see. I mean, it wasn't the first time that people declared on me because of opposing ideologies. They do hit hard. We could get Buddha Nath next, which, sure. Why not? Let's try at least. What do we do? I still have... Ooh. I mean, Denpasar... Screw you, that one is mine, thank you very much. And Addis Abeba, sure. Might as well have that one. Do we purchase? We have 2 trench fighters and a bomber. Let's get another bomber so we can slot you out. And then 1 more bomber, that is... And then you can build the bomber and then continue with the fortifications. So 1 more bomber and then defensive fortifications.
The tower can live on itself. One can dream there, eat there, observe there, understand there. One can feel oneself cut off from the world, and yet the owner of a world.
It's not like we don't get wonders, which is lovely. I think that's like all the wonders we can get. We might want to do a repair all real quick though. Let's get the oil, which combat strength for cavalry and heavy naval units. Actually, that's not bad. We're already at 4. Siege range and heavy naval units. And 4 from Niter. So we actually have +8 on our heavy naval units. There's also Niter. Unfortunately, we can't get that one. That's just out of range. Just a little bit of a shame. Let's get... I mean, I know I don't need the unit production anymore. A little bit more influence seems reasonable. I could probably use that eventually. We are at 28. We can get 1 more, so 29. So like 7. So that, if we get +3, that is enough. But then we need the +3 points. So it was a good idea to wait, because we need the +3 then. That would be 21 points, and that is 1 more than we need if we take all the 7 cities. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, that would just be the war up here.
Bombard.
But for that to work, I need Blackbeard to finally decide on an ideology. Now we have infantry cause right here. Ooh, BT is new. I don't know why, but well, I'll take it. Rifle infantry to an infantry company. Field gun will be an AT gun. Land ship will be a tank. Let's give you a little upgrade, like so. And up here, those tanks. And a field gun up to an AT gun, and then an infantry company. And I think that should be everything. You could probably use a repair all once you're done. Oh yeah, we already have that one, which is good. Okay, that now I believe means apart from our bombers and fighters, that is all the upgrades we can get. 1, 2, yeah, hang on. We can get that. Give me a granary, and now we have a 5th. That was not oil, that was tin. That was tin. That was not oil. But look at that. I mean, you don't see that sign, but doesn't that look like oil canisters? Getting fooled here. We could get an aerodrome and then get a little bit of an air force up here. We could at the very least get Marrakesh, and then we'll see where the rest will take us. Please, though, Blackbeard, please join. I think I might just go. If Blackbeard hasn't joined any ideology and in like 5 turns once I've got hegemony, I will just go democracy. I could go communism so that Isabella doesn't declare on me, but I do have the slight fear that Blackbeard will probably go communism, and the last thing I want is Blackbeard and I becoming pals. Not if I covet his lands, or at the very least the ones close to
Those
Hippo.
who teach this ocean of wisdom realize the momentary nature of things.
There's Budana. That's, I think, a little bit more influence, yes, and plus 20%, plus 20 relationship with all other leaders. Could have used literally anything else, but I guess it's whatever. We could also give you an aerodrome. Then again, I mean, yeah, actually, aerodrome here, that should give me reach towards those 4 cities, just in case I'd be interested in them. What are we looking at? Friedrich declared on Isabella. You do you guys, I guess. Don't care about that one bit. Alright, another defensive fortification. That's probably all the defensive fortifications we can get for now, but that's okay. That is actually quite great. Ooh. Interesting. There was a scientific city-state. Unfortunate. That is also tin. But it's a resource, so I guess it's whatever. I mean, if once you're done, you could actually get a little bit of science going, because we are a little bit lacking in that department. Could you not destroy stuff, please, Mr. Volcano? BT is on its way. A laboratory, that's a 25. Yes, please. Also, a 15 schoolhouse seems reasonable to get as well. Which is probably something we should get once those, once the aircrafts are done. In the other cities as well.
It is cold, but we have sake and the hot spring.
There we are. And I just heard the ding of a milestone. Who got a milestone and in what?
We feel
25% progress has been made. I have done nothing, as has the AI. A prescription like no other, as the diplomat sinks into the restorative waters of the Dogo onsen, their body feels at ease. A clear mind makes it easier to decide between soldiers and citizens. Soldiers who have more time to rest are better equipped for battle. Have 4 labs to get 5 healing on infantry in friendly territory, or prioritizing the well-being of our citizens come first. Have 4 tenements. Well, I want labs anyway, so that is actually not the worst we can do. And I also would like to have science. Except for you, actually, I might need to put... What are the prices of labs? 6,000. Sure. Give me a lab... That's a 26, however. Sure. That was probably absolutely not the way to do that. Okay. I think I'll just go democracy now. Yeah. It is so not the way I wanted to go, but I don't want to be friends with Catherine. Please. Don't do that to me. If Blackbeard goes democracy now, I am going to lose it. I am just going to lose it. Yeah. This is just I don't know what to say about that then. What do we have? Combat strength for aircraft? I mean, sure, why not? We have enough slots, and ooh, I mean, that is a lot of gold and a lot of culture. Don't mind if I do. Let's see. Now, you should probably attack me soon. Like, we are already on a hostile relationship, and my goodness, do we not have the same ideology? That you should probably hate that, and I am expecting a war declaration every turn now. There is more oil though, so that is... So now we are up at actually... nope, not appeal. Trade. I could trade with Athenai for more oil and niter. Ooh, that is a far away, but that is good. Yes, please. Then we have... Hang on. We've got 6 oil, so the maximum, and 5 niter. If there's another niter resource trade route for me, I could trade with Jaishi for more oil and niter, for another oil and niter actually. So that's probably the better trade route then. And then Valaloid potentially, or Winchester. No, that does not do much. I mean, I guess Athenai has a lot of stuff, so that is not a bad trade route. So, a laboratory. But that also does mean that we want a second merchant in Knossos for Jaishi. But you will make your way towards Athenai, although that's an instant route. Right? Because we're in the modern age, those routes, I believe, are instant now. Yes. They are. That's so sweet. Give me another merchant. Portuguese has been defeated. That should mean that there's another city-state somewhere on the map. Whether or not I can find it, or if it's even already here, That is a completely different question. BT is still a couple of turns away. Probably not there yet. We'll do we? No, we'll take the production now. Because we actually do want to. Oh, there was the last night that we need. Now we have effectively plus 12 on our heavy naval units, which is awesome. And mitigating game production from coast. I mean, we will soon have a couple of settlements that we have not founded, so that will help eventually. Do I really need to? Why are you so happy with me? What the heck? Relationship decay, started a trade route, leader agenda, like leaders that build naval units. Do I really need to denounce you? Blackbeard, you have one job. Just one. Party rule. Everyone can vote just so long as they vote for the right people. They are given the curated list to choose from. Democracy is too delicate to trust entirely to the people's will. Is it democracy then? Have 5 tenements within 20 turns. What's the price of a tenement? Yeah, that is not a quest I'm going to do. I am sorry, but no, that is not going to happen at all. Cultural could give me that if we could get to 1 culture per age in towns, that would be great. Ooh, yes, 60 science, 60 culture. I like that a lot. A lot of bonus resources to just fill my settlement, my towns with. It's quite nice. I mean, you could be a little bit of a ground force. What was that? Ah, the merchant. I mean, doesn't really matter now, does it? Jaishi. I know it doesn't do much because I mean, I technically now have 7 oil, but it only counts towards 6, so that's that. But now you like me too. That was surprisingly easy for the fact that you wanted me dead for 2 ages. Are you now? You're at. I mean, no. I need her to declare on me. Is the problem. Let's go logistics, and I know I want you to do that. And then once you're done, I would like stuff. Trench fighter, bomber, trench fighter, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. And you will also get logistics, and for you I would also like trench fighter. Where are we? Bomber, trench fighter, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. Okay. Oh, holy upgrades. Now we have dive bombers and heavy bombers. And that is all we could get. So now let's go towards nuclear fission. Meaning you are building dive bombers and heavy bombers, and once you're done, you're also building It's probably updating once you are finished. Damn, you've got some towns out of the ground. We are almost at 100, at negative 100. Lady, what are we doing? When are we thinking about, you know, attack and stuff? I really don't want to declare on you, because I really kind of want that +3 war support. Musibu Azalam, there's probably... I don't think I could have even built that one, because I think it needs a...
We hold
what's it called? A lake, I believe. Which I probably should have. Does that count as a lake? Nah, it's coastal marine. Okay. Do I really need to attack you? Because, Friedrich, great. Friedrich hates me. It's not like I can work with Friedrich. Let's get the Mikasaos. Another city-state has been defeated. I know influence is squandered. How long do I need to wait until me declaring is probably the better solution? Asking for a friend. Oh great, you have aerodromes too now. Don't we just love it? That is perfectly acceptable. Well, how much war support would I get if I would just declare on her? +1, nothing. Literally nothing. Doctor's orders. The armies grow stronger now that they are permitted to prioritize rest and well-being. Wonderful. I don't really have much infantry. Ooh, science. Ooh. You took that one, like, immediately. I don't want to... Nah, I don't want to fight for that. I have everything I need. Mostly everything I need. Let's get a little bit more. Ooh. San Marino. That one I can take because I don't need to fight for that one. Okay, why are we hating? Sanction another civilization. Who did I sanction apart from you? Sanctioned another. Yeah, that was you. I sanctioned you. This is all not great. I don't want any of that. No, thank you. Okay, but does that mean now that we are unhappy enough that we... Do I actually also need to sanction you? Do I really need to sanction you as well? Decrease your relationship with the... yes, you need at least a relationship of unfriendly to start. Huh? Excuse me? What? Okay, I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Then, I guess. I was at the impression that we were, in fact, at a relationship of unfriendly or lower, but I guess that's just me. Okay, just... Please. Why not? I don't even have that big of an army. I mean, granted, I have the biggest one, but not by much. You don't need to be afraid of me. I would almost promise. What the hell am I seeing there? Hang on. I mean, I guess we can do that, and then the sound barrier for now. We could always pivot to a science victory. That was not what I wanted, but the possibility is always there, I guess.
Sign.
Okay. What are we looking at? 12 turns. 12 seems reasonable. Ah, screw that. We can give you the schoolhouse. Then we can't give you the schoolhouse, I guess. 12 turns seems reasonable. I guess rocketry now? I guess Hippo will also be our science hub then. We could purchase you a little bit more productive tiles to make that a little quicker. Or can we? I guess we cannot. You're already maxing on production. I mean, I could get a rail station. I don't know if that would work. Maybe a port, and then like a factory for a little bit of extra production. But that is too much money I would need to use for the fact that I actually have no interest in building anything towards a what's it called, not diplomatic, also not militaristic, economic. I don't know why I'm struggling with the word economics so much, but with an economic victory I wouldn't say no to a little bit of, what are we looking at? Edward teaches communism. I flipping knew it. That should be in, what's that? Quest running out. Yes, I know the quest is running out. I am not dealing with that quest. That is so much money I would need to lose for something that ultimately I probably don't care too much about. And the production just was not there to get it in time, so no, don't care about the quest. I swear, if frickin' Friedrich declares on me, I guess I could take Berlin. Maybe, but that is also about it, because I cannot be bothered to deal with his main land whatsoever. Did you finish? You did. I guess the Palacio now? Because why not? And you're currently, like I said, you are building heavy bombers, and you already have 2 dive bombers and 2 heavy bombers. Benjamin joined democracy. Wonderful. That should hopefully make him like me. Maybe. It should. Realistically, it should. Okay, I think all of our towns except for Ba'ak have all the resources. And I am kind of sort of tempted to turn Ba'ak into a city, realistically. There was a wonder. Could have probably settled a little bit smarter here to get that wonder. Then again, this is the entry to Yasodapura. Ethiopian has been defeated, or I assume probably incorporated. Wonder construction. Although, yeah, New Deal. Hang on, where are we? Yeah, sure, why not? I am building a couple of wonders. Eventually. He realized as he currently building just one wonder. I see another settler. Don't you want to attack me? Edward, instead of settling, don't you think attacking is the more fun way? Please. What was that? Hang on. You are a squadron commander. Don't know what I want to do with you. Ooh, militaristic attribute point. That is what we like to see. We have gotten that one. Don't care about that. So now we can get healing. Do I want to ally myself with you? I think I do. Yeah, sure. Oh, that is quite nice. Now all I need is someone to attack me. And that's someone not being either Friedrich or Isabella. Let me specify. Now all I need is either Catherine or Blackbeard attacking me. Aram Gardens, underwhelming, but I take it. Oh, what are we looking at? We're looking at the Palacio. But I should have started that one sooner. Although, maybe. I don't know. That volcano caused so much damage. And I just realized I still need to get that fishing key. And
now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
there's the Manhattan Project. Now, unfortunately, I still need my 20 points. Before I can start with the what's it called? The Operation Ivy. But we can get a launch pad up and running. And then I guess launch satellite. There's no more production to gain. I mean, I guess I could surround combat strength for air units. Yeah, let's go. I could shuffle around some resources. Maybe. Schoolhouse. I have all the I have everything I want effectively. Port. Let's go a little bit of gold. While we continue our way. The internet doesn't seem to want though. I hope it'll work out eventually. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. Okay, there is another tin which does not give me a lot, but then again, so would oil, I guess. Base established. Nah, we should be cool.
The garden was clad in robes of spring, and the air was filled with sweet sounds of music and song.
There's the Aram Gardens.
Feet, what do I need them for if I have wings to fly?
And the Palacio. Could have also gone for a cultural victory, but we did one last stream, so I'm not too interested in that. You can... Actually, I think it's time to get some defensive fortifications. Wonderful.
If I cannot inspire...
We could get, production towards training combat strength for air units in your own territory. And 10 healing for units Yeah, where can we stop? Let's get that one out. Give me the healing, please. I think that is great. I would argue. Let's get modernization too. I don't want to purchase anything here. Simon has joined fascism as well. That's probably something he won't like. Modern tech for modern problems. Railway systems and telegraph cables spring up almost overnight, covering the land in a spiderweb of rubber and copper coils built to connect and transmit. Sure. Common strength for range and siege unit, common strength for naval units. Let's do that. I do see some golems on my border. Catherine, does that mean that you are finally ready to talk guns? Common strength for fortify. Sure. I'm real quick. Go AFK. I need to go to the toilet. Be right back. While I was gone, Sports lay down. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, any tips for new players? I don't know what leader Civ I should be. I mean, at the first and foremost, I would probably read through a couple of civs and leaders and take what sounds fun to you. If I don't know if you're more like a war, if you like to play a war heavy game more, then maybe like war heavy civs might be better. If you like to play more eco, then maybe another civ. I mean, I don't know what you like. I personally like Isabella, for example, or Hatshepsut. And then, I mean, for the civ also depends on what age. Greece is nice in the Antiquity age, as is Egypt actually. I mean, it all depends, really, what you like, what your preferences are. Another milestone done, and in 9 turns we have another one, and then that is launched. Have we? Oh no, we need to launch the satellite first, I believe. I really wish the internet would calm down again. and let me stream normally again. That would be, let me tell you how I would like that. Let's repair. Ironworks. Okay, that seems repaired. Wonderful. And we could go Sultanami. Sure. And then more defense. Napoleon has also joined communism. That is unfortunate. A little bit of extra production. A whale resource. I guess we can get armor too, even though that does not do anything for the armors, actually. You finished a port. I guess defensive fortifications for you as well. I really don't have anything to build anymore. Don't want to purchase anything here. Do we think we want to go to war? Miss Catherine, please. Sure. We do want to keep you friendly for as long as we can. I know we can't do that forever because the opposed ideologies are absolutely insane. Oh, Friedrich, though. I am happy that Friedrich decided to do that. That hopefully prevents him from attacking me. That is quite nice. More defensive fortifications for you. Could get more production stuff, realistically.
If I cannot...
production techs. Gold on gold, science and science buildings seems reasonable. Production on clay pits and quarries. Production on production buildings and oil rigs. Sure, let's do that. Hedge money too for a little bit more wonder. For one more wonder, I guess. Not a little bit more. Vienna has been taken over. I mean, realistically, I might just pivot towards science, towards a science victory. You do have clay pits, though. So that might not be a bad shelter.
So readily.
Urbanization, production of clay pits and quarries. Yeah, why not? You have that. And another defensive fortification. And another defensive fortification. I know influences. I wanted to use it on a war that never came. Game. I am hostile with 3 leaders, and none has declared so far. And it's almost like they know when they declare on me, I get
when he calls
3 extra combat strength,
so let them
or not
respond
combat
to my
strength,
call
but like war support.
believe
And
in
that's
me.
why they. I mean, I guess they probably do know to some extent. I assume, given that I can also see how much war support I would get and how much war support the enemy would get, and maybe the game deals with it that way. So like, when you say, okay, we would be like -5, we don't declare. Which would be wild. actually. That would be kind of insane. Get some more whales. Hippo. Actually, whales is production. There's also production in a city with a rail station. You do need a rail station. That's where you unlock your full potential. Now you have a lot more because of the tobacco. You can even slot more tobacco in. Food from production, food, happiness. I think that is all the big production numbers we can get. You can continue to scout, maybe, possibly, hopefully. Napoleon declared on Friedrich. Why? I mean, I'm happy that we're not, but why? Probably because of the opposing ideology. That was also quick as hell. Crude spaceflight. That is loud. Ouch, that was loud. Crude space flight. Let's go. We could get a port. Sure. For a little bit of extra gold per turn. The urban atmosphere. Urban life draws more and more citizens into its orbit. Cities provide easy access to goods and products from around the world, as well as many jobs. But prices are also on the rise, and petitions grow for better working conditions. I would like the science. I would first, though, production of mines and woodcutters. Hell yeah. We'll do that. Every bit of production that we can squeeze out of that city is a good bit of production. A little bit of extra gold. But yeah, it does look like I have prepared for a war and then nobody came. "13 turns, 11 turns. Any more production? Intercept. Production on military buildings. Hell yeah. Don't mind if I do. We could get... Ooh. Chengde Mountain Resort. I like. And more defensive fortifications. You will build defensive fortifications for the rest of the game. Okay, the internet seems to have caught itself again. Which is awesome. At the perfect time so that everybody just has left. Being sabotaged by the own internet. That is what we like to see. Great. Okay. Oh yeah, I now see the map. Great.
This
Lovely. Happy gold on gold, science on science, culture on culture, happiness on happiness, food on food, and fishing woods and I mean the rest is not really that important, I guess. More defensive fortifications, which you will also build for the rest of the game, because the game is not that, it doesn't go on for that much longer. Is the thing. What was that? Something was... Ah, that was the eruption, probably. Defensive fortifications. So I don't know, Sports Lay Down, if you have actually heard my answer, or if the internet did say no. And if you're still there and you didn't catch my answer, you can feel free to ask again. I don't know if, like I said, during the internet problems, I don't know if that went through. The essence of the novel, an explosion of new writing styles pushed the boundaries of storytelling in Meiji Japan, and a popular writer pens an article calling to revolutionize the novel. The ideal work, he asserts, is one that treats realism as a form of art. I'll take the money simply because I don't need the culture. Science.
Endless wonder at slow waters.
Wow, hang on, what am I seeing here?
And bamboo shimmering with frost.
Don't you hide that from me, game. I saw that water square. You may be able to hide, but I have recorded everything. Brandenburg Gate. Sure. Let's do that. I have seen it. You cannot hide from me. I wonder, had I chosen fascism sooner, if there would have been a war. I have probably waited too long, is the problem. And now I am far too close to a scientific victory for me to even be able to win a... I mean, I guess I could completely halt the crewed spaceflight, but that's the only way I could still win a militaristic victory. And we finished all. Huh. But you haven't. Still have much to build.
It is not from...
Okay, we are at the Future Tech, and we can go Capitalism, and then we're probably also at the Future Civic, if I saw that correctly. And we are 3 turns away. And Edward declared on Friedrich. Why on Friedrich and not on me? I am on -90 with 3. And none of them thought, hey, you know what would be cool? Attack. I see your units. I know you wanted to, Blackbeard. I know you do. But alas, I guess you didn't want it enough.
Not through speeches will the great questions of the
There's
day
the
be
Brandenburg
decided.
Gate. See,
But
Catherine
by
is
iron
mad
and
always. Hey, Claus. Yeah, she is. And I want her to be. But she did not declare on me at all. I wanted her to declare on me for so long, and she just did not do it. Oh yeah, the internet is going down again. Lovely. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I wanted her to declare on me, and she never did. Which is a little bit of a shame, because I had such a plan
floats low in the void.
for
The shackles of gravity are broken.
for a militaristic victory. I planned out
new
everything, and then
possibilities does such a vantage
nobody
point
came. And I needed them to declare on me because I would have gotten 3 extra war support. She didn't. What? I just ended the game where 4 out of 7 leader declared them. I was on hostile with 4 leaders for the vast majority of the game. And not a single one decided, hey, let's attack that guy. And like I said, I needed them to declare on me because that would have been 3 extra war support. Nothing. I am sitting on hostile relationship 78, hostile relationship 78, hostile relationship 78, and hostile relationship 78. With 4. And they were like, nah, I am on opposing ideologies with those 4 as well. What is war anyway? So yeah, I was like, okay, you know what? Okay, I get my aerodrome right here, and then I can bomb all of these. If I can get a sneaky settlement up here, I can get Yasuda put nothing. Absolutely nothing. Had my first culture win. Congratulations! Very nice. I pivoted towards science because war was obviously not an option. And I do see that my internet is once again acting up, so given that this is also the end of the age and the game, it is also the end of the stream. Thank you all for joining. I hope you had a wonderful time, even though the internet said no a couple of times again. Thank you for that, Germany. As always, if you want to rewatch any of my streams, you can check out my VODs channel. And for everyone else, I will see you in the next one. Hopefully with a more stable connection. Bye!